This is Bruce Mufson, LCSW, bringing you another video breakdown from SUNRIDGE, Nevada. For those of you new to the channel, we want to explain to you what the purpose of our channel is. We want to give you information so you have a better understanding about mental health issues. As for myself, I went to the University of Georgia and received a master's in social work. I then had to do a 2-year internship and then take a national exam to become a licensed clinical social worker. I have worked inpatient at a hospital, and I've also done outpatient work seeing people in their homes. I have also assessed and evaluated people in prisons and have testified hundreds of times in front of a judge regarding mental health issues and about people's mental health decisions. Also, I have done extensive public speaking, mostly to law enforcement, on understanding mental health issues with the mentally ill. And to maintain my license, I have to take 36 hours of classes every 2 years to maintain my license. Once again, we're going through Kendrick Lamar's latest album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. And today's breakdown is going to be The Crown. As always, I'm only going to take the parts of the song that I find significant clinically, and I'm going to let you know ahead of time so you can follow along with the song. Here we go. All right, first of all, I want everyone to realize about the piano in the background, because it's very, very powerful, and he speaks in that same monotone, the same way the whole time. You sense his exhaustion, very somber, and the piano is like bringing you in. In verse 1, he goes, "Go out of the way to say you made the compromise. That's what I call love." I know that feeling, compromise. Compromise, compromise. You're always trying to do for other people, make everybody happy, get everything calm, look out for everybody's needs, ultimately but your own. That's what I call love, because it's selfless. And I've been there myself, and I understand where he's coming from with this. Then in the pre-chorus, listen to this. He has a 4-liner. It said, this is the first time he says it, but it's 4 lines one time. And I can't please everybody. No, I can't please everybody. Wait, you can't please everybody? No, I can't please everybody. I broke it down a little bit differently, and I put each one of those as a question mark. And I can't please everybody? Like, I can't do that? No, I can't please everybody. Wait, I can please everybody? No, I can't please everybody. Notice the difference. And no, wait, and no. What he's saying is he's looking for angles to try and please everybody. He's finally realizing, I can't. I can do all I want, but I can't make everybody happy. And he's trying to make sense of his feelings because he's realizing, finally, I'm up against the wall. I can't be everything to everybody. Now, in the song, which I noticed right away, and I've discussed this in other videos, there is a mood that Kendrick is using with certain lines in the song. And this is called a lambic pentameter. All right, what is a lambic pentameter? In a line of poetry, a lam is a foot or beat consisting of an unstressed syllable followed by a stressed syllable. And it goes like this, i.e. a short syllable followed by a long syllable. English is the perfect language for this because of the way the stressed and unstressed syllables work. Shakespeare, who came up with this, Taylor Swift has done this, and now Kendrick. And other poets have done this as well. And why do they use this? Because it's pleasing to the ear and it closely resembles the rhythms of everyday speech or a heartbeat. Lambic, it's almost like a heartbeat. Shakespeare used lambic pentameter as he wanted to imitate everyday speech in his plays. Again, it's 10 syllables in a specific pattern, and if you go through the song, you'll see how Kendrick very cleverly uses that mindset. Okay, now, in verse 2, very strong 4 lines. It goes, "They idolize and praise your name across the nation, tap the feet and nod the head for confirmation. Promise that you keep the music in rotation, That's what I call love. That's what I call love." This is what every artist goes through, and anyone that does performing is Am I going to stay relevant? Because what comes up must go down. And what is he hearing? You're amazing. We'll always listen to you. We love your music forever. Kendrick, Kendrick. Pre-chorus. But the time will come, to not be there when somebody needs you, when somebody needs you. You say no and all you've done gives them amnesia. They don't remember. And then I love this line. One thing I've learned, love can change with the seasons. Because what's going to happen eventually, there's a new voice out there. A new voice will emerge. And when you say, I can't meet your needs and demands, watch how quickly you will be cast aside. And I love that line, love will change with the seasons. New flavor, you're discarded. Love changes with the seasons. What comes up must come down. How long am I going to be staying relevant in my fans' eyes? Huge question every artist goes through. Now, there's the bridge. Now, before I get into the bridge, I was going to say the first line, and I'm going to come back to it. Heavy is the head that chose to wear the crown. Where does this come from? Well, that's Henry IV, Part 2. And it goes, to whom is given much is required now. Heavy is the head that chose to wear the crown. To whom is given much is required now. It's a famous play, obviously. Came from Shakespeare. And heavy is the head, because now you're wearing the crown. The crown only weighs maybe a pound. But you know what? It weighs a lot more than that, because now that you put it on, you're now the one in charge. Everything goes through you, good or bad. That's what Management 101 will teach you. Welcome to leadership, where every problem is now your problem. And goes from The Wire. Great line. It was a great episode. You come at the king, you best not miss. It was a great line from a great episode. Because you go, you better make sure you take him out, because he's going to come after you. Look at the crown that Kendrick wears. If you know, from the artwork of the album, it's a crown of thorns. What does that crown of thorns represent? That's what Jesus wore when he was crucified. And I'm sure plenty of times Kendrick feels crucified over the decisions that he makes to try and make people happy, but it doesn't work. But you wear the crown, you wear the crown. That's what happens when you take on that mantle of leadership. Then the outro. Oh, before that, I want to close something really quick. Just before the verse before the outro, one second, that is verse 3, I'm sorry. It goes like this. I thought a new car would help. I thought a new car would help. But when that new car gets old, I'm sure to want something else. I. It's never enough. That's why he's saying I. I don't know what else to say. How many new cars can I have? How many suits can I own? How many pairs of sneakers can I have? I only got 2 feet. I only got 2 eyes. I only got 2 hands. At a certain point, I, there's nothing left. I've tried everything. I've done everything. I thought I'd get a new car, make me feel better. You realize it's just another car. So he's understanding there's limitations to demands. You can't have everything. Now let's go to the outro. This is now the 4, it's one time he says the 4 lines, and he has 2 times he says 8 lines, and now it's 4 times, 16 lines. And it's very powerful. I can't please everybody. I can't please everybody. Even though he has background voices, his voice is on the first half of the line. I can't please everybody. Till it ends up with can't please, done. Song comes to an end. It's a realization that struck home. And it rises and it simply ends. No, I can't please everybody no matter what I do. Done. He's wiped out. He's exhausted. He's finished. The crown is heavy. The crown cuts into you. This is what it means to be in charge, and it's exhausting, and it ages you. The way he controls the music and the tempo is fabulous. The focus is to listen to the words, and more importantly, the repetition of the words and the lines as they are said in the same volume over and over again. The piano is lifting you up, putting you in your seat to hear the tempo and the modulation of understanding what he's saying. I can't please everybody. Guess what? If you can't please everybody, are you able to please yourself and make yourself happy? Because no one can do that but yourself. Kendrick is finally realizing that in his lyrics from the song, with the crown having so many meanings. The crown of crucifixion, the crown of being the king, the crown of just being in charge, trying to please everybody, be popular, be liked. Listen, this is something I had to learn the hard way because I was that kind of person, always trying to please everybody. Guess what? You can't please everybody. You can't make everyone happy. You can't think for everybody, and you can't fix everybody. You're not the king. You're not Kendrick. You're not God. A lot of times I see even the fan comments, Kendrick is God. That is the job for people to learn how to be able to get their needs met. And if you try to do that, it's only it's going to do is make you crazy. In conclusion, it's an illusion to think that we can fix people. It has to come from them. And we often please people to be included, to be liked, to be part of the crowd, to be popular. Don't. Stop it. Okay? You're not a clown to please everyone. You're not there to be the court jester to make everybody happy and change their mood. March to your own beat. Follow your own path. You'll have a much brighter and happier future. Let us know in the comments if this has worked for you, that you've been able to kind of get that realization and make it happen for yourself. Thanks again for watching. Bruce Mufson, LCSW, Sunridge, Nevada.